The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns.
Set to kick off.
Get this one started, and off we go from Nashville. Now this will make it into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He finds Corey Davis, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start offensively, 15 yards on the game's initial play.
At the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Tannehill. It's caught. Michael Pruitt. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Titans. Michael Pruitt, 60 yards. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. And he'll drop here to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Complete.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
3rd and long for Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Browns.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 50 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And 4 at the 42-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
The ball carrier.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Tannehill on 3rd down. He finds Humphreys. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
With the score tied.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Going for it all. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, 29 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Stephen Gostkowski.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing, Mayfield. Caught left side, it's Beckham. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now on 2nd and 16, Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 20.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him a more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. After the interception, here's Tannehill. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
At the 16-yard line.
Here's Tannehill. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Again, Tannehill. This will be caught just inside the 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Throwing again is Tannehill. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. This is out quickly to the right and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill, and the Titans are able to extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Titans 21, Browns 7. Steven Gostkowski set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First down, Cleveland.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10.
54 mark, 54 mark. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on third down.
And ordinarily on third down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
Tannehill on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
No. We go, tag.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on fourth down. They snap it to Tannehill. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so...
Under pressure, they got him again. Harold Landry, his second sack of the night. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. He's got Hooper on the short connection. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And it's complete. Hooper. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first.
The Browns first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
Brown.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. Jarvis Landry. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry. 49 yards. And the Browns are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. Perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. And again, it's Mayfield. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Browns 15. Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A first down carry for Henry. Olivier Vernon brings him down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Second and 1.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Tackle. Kill.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Over the middle to Smith. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the
20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminate.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Here we go. The Browns will go for 2. He'll look to throw. That's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
Browns 23.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. Oh, and did the Browns get it? I think so, yes. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position. It's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
Third down. 3rd and long.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Being chased out left. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Mayfield. Dancing to his left. And fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
No gain on
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Tannehill now to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.